The first time I saw them, they were digging through a pile of discarded ration packs behind my camp, two small, thin figures cloaked in ragged cloth, trying to stay unseen in the shadows of the scrap metal hills. I had been on the frontier world of Laraxis 4 for 3 weeks, working as a contract terraforming technician for a corporation that underpaid humans and overworked everyone else. Every day was dust, heat, and the constant vibration of machines shaking the ground. My job was simple: maintain the converters, test the atmosphere processors, and keep my head down. But one evening, while returning from a long shift, I found those two figures crouched near the dumpsters behind my outpost unit. At first, I thought they were animals until one of them looked up. Her eyes were huge, bright with fear, glowing softly like purple bioluminescent crystals. Her cheeks were gaunt, her skin pale violet, and she had markings across her forehead like curling ink lines. The little one beside her, a boy, was even thinner. They were children. And they were starving. The girl gasped when she saw me and stepped protectively in front of her brother. Her small hands were shaking, but her jaw was tense, brave. "We're sorry," she choked out in accented standard. "We only needed food. We didn't take anything else. Please don't report us." "Report them?" They looked like a stiff wind would knock them over. I slowly raised my hands to show I meant no harm. "It's okay," I said gently. "Are you hungry?" Her eyes darted between me and the packs she had dropped. She didn't speak, but the answer was obvious. "Wait here." I went into my unit and grabbed the last of my emergency rations: energy bars, dried fruit, protein pouches. When I came back out, I offered them quietly. The girl stared at the food like it was a trap. But the boy snatched one bar and wolfed it down, coughing because he ate too fast. She whispered something in their language, scolding him gently, but the relief in her face was unmistakable. "You don't owe me anything," I said. "Take it." She hesitated, then accepted the rest with trembling hands. "Thank you. Human," she murmured. "You are kind." The word seemed unfamiliar to her, as if she didn't say it often. "Where are your parents?" I asked. She stiffened immediately. "Gone." It was a lie, but a protective one. Something else was going on. Before I could ask more, she grabbed her brother's hand and fled into the night. The second encounter. Over the next week, they returned 3 more times. Always at night. Always hungry, always wary. But each time, they trusted me a little more. The girl told me her name was Asher, and her younger brother was Len. They belonged to a species I had only heard of in rumors among other workers, the Serenari, a reclusive, proud people known for their violet skin and strict customs. No Serenari settlements existed on this planet. There was no reason for children like these to be here alone, unguarded, desperate. Asher never explained why. She avoided every question about their past. All she cared about was keeping Len safe. One night, after giving them dinner again, I asked gently, "Do you have somewhere to sleep? I mean, safely?" Asher's lip trembled. "We hide in old mining tunnels. Len gets cold. But we can't be seen. If anyone catches us." She stopped, breathing sharply. "If anyone catches you, what?" I pressed softly. Asher shut down immediately. "We just can't be seen." Fear. Deep fear. Something hunted them. I didn't push further. Instead, I handed her a small thermal blanket. "For the cold," I said. Her eyes went glassy. "Human, why do you help us?" "Because you need help," I said simply. "And because no one else is doing it." She blinked hard, shoulders trembling. "Thank you," she whispered. The raid. I didn't see them for 4 days. I started to worry, checking the tunnels, leaving food where they usually appeared. Nothing. Then, on the 5th night, trembling footsteps approached my door. When I opened it, Asha practically collapsed into my arms. Her face was bruised, her lips split. Len was unconscious, bundled in her arms, his skin frighteningly pale. What happened? I cried, guiding them inside. Raiders, she gasped. They found our tunnel. They took everything. Len hasn't eaten in 2 days. Please, help him. I grabbed supplies immediately. As she clutched Len's hand, she began to sob, quiet, broken sobs. It was the first time I'd seen her cry. They want us dead, she whispered. If they realize who we are, if they discover we're still alive. She shook her head violently. I can't let Len be taken. Asha, I said gently, you can stay here. For as long as you need. Her breath caught. You would shelter us, she whispered. At risk to yourself? Yes. Something in her defenses cracked completely. She bowed her head, not in gratitude, but in reverence. Human, she breathed, you don't understand what this means to us. The mother arrives. They stayed with me for 2 nights. On the 3rd, the storm came, an electrical storm unlike anything I'd seen on Laraxis 4. Purple lightning danced across the sky, and the wind howled like angry beasts. The entire outpost lost power. I checked on the kids. Len slept peacefully for the first time in days. Asha watched the storm anxiously, pacing the room. They're coming, she whispered. Who? My mother's hunters. I blinked. Your mother sent people to find you? Asha shook her head fiercely. No. She told them to stay away. But some do not obey her. They believe taking us will force her to act. They think using us against her will make her bend. Why? Who is she? Asha stared out the window as lightning illuminated the world in purple flames. Finally, she said it. My mother is High Empress Serenari the Radiant, ruler of the Serenari Dominion. I stared at her, dumbfounded. The Serenari Dominion was one of the most powerful empires in this region of space, rivaled only by human coalitions. Their empress was known for her strict rule, unmatched power, and unwavering composure. And her children, her heirs, were hiding in my outpost. My mother's enemies want to use us as leverage, Asha whispered. But we escaped. And they will not rest. A sudden boom shook the ground. A ship. Landing nearby. Asha grabbed Len, panic overtaking her expression. They found us. Not hunters, royal guard. We rushed outside, wind tearing at our clothes, lightning crackling overhead. A sleek black vessel had landed, its insignia shimmering in the storm. A symbol I recognized instantly. The crest of the Serenari Imperial line. The ship's door opened. A woman descended. Tall, graceful, and terrifyingly regal. Her violet skin glowed with inner luminescence. Her gown whipped in the storm, embroidered with silver markings that resembled constellations. Her eyes burned like twin purple suns locked onto her children. Asha froze. Mother. The woman exhaled shakily, an emotion few rulers ever showed. My daughter. My son. She rushed to them, gathering them both into her arms. Then her gaze lifted to me. A gaze sharp enough to cut stone. You sheltered my heirs, she said. Fed them. Protected them. Why? The wind howled. Lightning struck behind her like a curtain of fire. I swallowed. Because they needed help. Her expression broke, just slightly. She stepped forward, towering above me. You don't know what kindness you've shown this night, she murmured. My children were lost because of betrayal. My enemies sought to overthrow me using them. They murdered their guards. They hunted Asha and Len like animals. My stomach twisted.